The Galactic Council Chamber, a sprawling structure suspended in the heart of a neutral star system, hummed with quiet tension. Representatives from countless civilizations filled the vast amphitheater, each species carrying the weight of its own history and ambitions. But all eyes, knowingly or unknowingly, were fixed on one subject: Earth. For decades, Earth had grown from a quaint blue planet on the fringes of the galaxy to a world of remarkable innovation and unexpected influence. Yet with this rise came suspicion. Many council members whispered that humanity's rapid technological leaps, combined with their unpredictable diplomatic style, made Earth a wild card, too unstable to trust, too impulsive to include fully. The whispers had evolved into calls for exile, a punishment that would isolate Earth from the collective interstellar community. Today marked the final round before the Council's decisive vote. The threat of exile loomed like a shadow over Earth's people, though most on the planet remained unaware. In distant orbit, satellites monitored Council communications, while Earth's leaders held urgent meetings beneath layers of security. Ambassador Lena Sado stood before a wall of holographic projections, each displaying fragments of Council debates and distant star systems where exiled civilizations once struggled. She watched as the vote tally edged closer to exile, her mind racing for alternatives. Waiting for the Council's mercy is not an option, she murmured to herself. If they exile us, we lose everything we've built. Not just technology, but alliances, knowledge, future generations. On Earth, millions went about their daily lives unaware that the galaxy's fate was being discussed in a distant chamber. Scientists pushed boundaries in their labs, artists poured passion into new creations, and children dreamed beneath unfamiliar stars. This world, vibrant and full of life, was about to face its greatest test, not through conflict or conquest, but through the strength of its ideas and unity. Lena summoned Earth's top minds, scientists, diplomats, artists, and engineers, to a summit unlike any before. The room buzzed with urgency and hope. Instead of debating defense or retaliation, they discussed how to change perceptions, how to show the Galactic Council that humanity was not a threat, but a vital contributor to the future of the galaxy. "We can't rely on words alone," Lena said, her voice steady. "We must act through example. Our technology, our culture, our spirit, all must shine so brightly that no shadow of doubt remains." The team worked through the night, drafting plans for unprecedented initiatives, sharing clean energy technology with struggling worlds, launching cultural exchange missions that would transcend language and biology, and creating community projects that would highlight Earth's ability to collaborate and innovate. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council chamber buzzed with heated debates. Some members feared Earth's rapid rise and unpredictability, convinced exile was the only safeguard. Others hesitated, sensing humanity's potential to bring fresh perspectives and unorthodox solutions. As the first vote approached, Earth's fate seemed sealed, but the leaders knew something vital. The real power lay not in waiting for a decision, but in shaping the future before the gavel fell. With a collective breath, humanity prepared to act. The morning sun rose over Earth, casting warm light on cities brimming with anticipation. In the grand halls beneath the United Earth Assembly headquarters, the atmosphere was electric. Delegates from every continent had gathered. Scientists, diplomats, artists, engineers, and thinkers united by a single mission: to change the galaxy's mind before the Council's second vote. Ambassador Lena Sado stood at the center of the summit, her gaze steady as she addressed the room. "We are not waiting for permission," she said firmly. "The Council sees us as a threat because they don't understand us yet. It's time to show them who we really are, through actions, not just words." The plan was ambitious. Earth would send a fleet of peaceful ambassadors and emissaries, each carrying gifts of knowledge and collaboration. Unlike any mission before, this would not be a display of military strength or political maneuvering. Instead, it would be a celebration of Earth's greatest qualities: ingenuity, compassion, and unity. First on the agenda was the launch of a new global initiative, The Lightbridge Project. It aimed to share Earth's advancements in clean energy with struggling colonies and worlds facing ecological challenges. This technology was not just innovative. It was a beacon of hope, capable of transforming lives without harm to the environment. As the summit buzzed with ideas, artists and cultural ambassadors prepared an extraordinary showcase. They would transmit immersive experiences of Earth's diverse cultures, music that transcended language, holographic art that captured emotions, and stories that celebrated resilience and unity. These weren't just performances, they were invitations to understand humanity's spirit. Meanwhile, engineers worked on adaptive technologies designed to benefit other species, such as modular habitats that could be customized to thrive in alien environments. Each innovation carried a message. Earth was committed to shared progress, not dominance. Throughout Earth's orbit, preparations accelerated. Spacecraft loaded with gifts and goodwill stood ready to journey to the far reaches of the galaxy. The world watched with a mixture of hope and anxiety, knowing their future hinged on this peaceful outreach. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, debate continued. Some council members remained wary, skeptical of humanity's intentions. But as reports of Earth's initiatives began to circulate, stories of aid, cultural sharing, and groundbreaking technology, curiosity replaced some of the doubt. Lina's team maintained constant communication with their emissaries, sharing every positive response, every new friendship forged across star systems. These connections spread like wildfire, creating a ripple effect of goodwill. Fear of the unknown drives decisions, Lina reflected. But when the unknown becomes familiar, fear fades. Our task is to become that familiarity. The summit's final hours were a whirlwind of preparation and reflection. Earth's leaders crafted messages of peace and partnership, ready to be delivered personally by their ambassadors. Every gesture, every innovation, was designed to build bridges. As the sun set on Earth, the first ships of the Lightbridge fleet departed. They carried not weapons, but the hopes and dreams of an entire species determined to rewrite their story among the stars. The clock ticked toward the second vote, but humanity was no longer waiting in the shadows. They had stepped boldly into the light. As the Lightbridge fleet soared through the cosmos, Earth's ambassadors prepared for their first encounters beyond the solar system. Each ship carried not only advanced technologies, but also a carefully curated message of cooperation and hope, designed to resonate with a vast array of cultures. Their first destination was the verdant world of Lyra Prime, a planet grappling with environmental collapse. Lyra's native species, the Lyrians, had developed incredible art and philosophy, but struggled to stabilize their ecosystem. Earth's emissaries arrived with modules of clean energy technology, compact reactors powered by solar and fusion principles, capable of restoring the planet's failing biosphere without disturbing the delicate balance of its native flora and fauna. The Lyrians welcomed the visitors with cautious curiosity. Initial meetings focused on sharing knowledge, with human scientists explaining the technology's function and safety. Demonstrations were immersive. Holographic interfaces allowed the Lyrians to interact directly with Earth's innovations, sparking excitement and hope. It's not just about the machines, Ambassador Sedo explained during one gathering, but about a partnership, a promise to work together for a better future. News of the successful cooperation spread quickly, reaching other worlds with their own challenges. On Terrace, a desert planet struggling with water scarcity, Earth's engineers shared adaptive water harvesting systems inspired by human ingenuity and biomimicry. On Aloreth, a city world known for its rich cultural traditions, human artists collaborated with local creators to fuse Earth's music and visual storytelling with alien art forms, producing mesmerizing cross-cultural performances. These exchanges were more than symbolic. They planted seeds of lasting friendship. Across the stars, councils and communities saw Earth in a new light, not as a reckless upstart, but as a compassionate innovator willing to share its hard-earned knowledge for the good of all. Even species previously skeptical of humanity's intentions began requesting emissaries, eager to learn how these new technologies might be adapted to their worlds. The Lightbridge fleet grew busier with each passing day, forging networks of cooperation that transcended language and biology. Back on Earth, the public watched these developments with a mixture of pride and wonder. Televised transmissions showed Lyrians planting new forests, children from desert worlds laughing as they touched water for the first time in years, and alien audiences captivated by human art and music. It was a vivid reminder that their planet's future was tied to the galaxies, and that connection was growing stronger every day. Yet, even as hope blossomed, Ambassador Sato and her team knew the true challenge lay ahead. The Galactic Council's second vote was imminent, and not all members had embraced this new vision. Still, Earth's leaders remained steadfast. Their gifts of knowledge and friendship had begun to dismantle suspicion, proving that humanity's strengths were not in domination, but in collaboration, creativity, and the shared pursuit of progress. As the fleet prepared for its next journey, a simple truth echoed through every communication channel. In the vastness of space, the greatest gift a civilization could offer was the willingness to understand and uplift others. Humanity was no longer waiting for acceptance. They were creating it, one connection at a time. The Lightbridge fleet's success on distant worlds was more than just technological. It sparked a profound cultural awakening. Earth's artists and storytellers had prepared something unique for the Galactic Council and its member species, an invitation to see humanity not only through achievements, but through the heartbeats of their diverse cultures. In a massive floating amphitheater orbiting the starship Harmony, holographic projectors came alive. Spectators from across the galaxy gathered virtually, their senses enveloped by the rich tapestry of Earth's stories. Human voices, music, and images intertwined with alien languages and symbols, creating an experience that transcended barriers. At the center of the presentation was a series called Echoes of Earth, immersive narratives woven from the dreams and struggles of countless human generations. Viewers journeyed through the rain-soaked streets of Tokyo, the vibrant festivals of Rio, the quiet snowy nights of Siberia, and the soaring deserts of the Sahara. Each story captured themes of resilience, hope, and unity despite difference. The most striking piece was a collaborative performance called Harmony of Worlds, where human musicians joined alien artists to create new melodies blending instruments and rhythms from multiple planets. The sound was mesmerizing, a reminder that while species and cultures differed, the desire to connect and create was universal. These cultural exchanges rippled through the Council and beyond. Species once skeptical of humanity found themselves moved by the raw honesty and beauty of these stories. Representatives began to see Earth not as a chaotic threat, but as a civilization rich with emotion, empathy, and depth. On the desert planet of Terrace, citizens who had never heard human music found themselves humming melodies from the performance. In the ice cities of Yelor, elders who once doubted humanity's maturity shared the stories with younger generations, opening conversations about cooperation and shared destiny. Ambassador Lena Sato observed these shifts with cautious optimism. "Our technology opened doors," she said during a council briefing, "but it's our stories that build the bridges. When we share who we are, our dreams, fears, and joys, we invite others to trust and embrace us." In parallel, Earth's cultural teams worked tirelessly, gathering new stories from across their planet to share with the galaxy. Indigenous wisdom, urban legends, and personal narratives flooded in, enriching the collective experience and highlighting humanity's ability to learn from its past while looking forward. Beyond the council chambers, the Lightbridge fleet's ambassadors continued to foster dialogue between species. Small gatherings of humans and aliens swapped tales around holographic campfires, laughter and shared wonder filling the voids between stars. These moments of connection revealed a powerful truth. Civilizations do not rise solely through technology or power, but through understanding and shared experience. Earth was proving that even the smallest gesture, a song, a story, a smile, could ripple across the cosmos, breaking down walls. As the date of the Council's second vote approached, the impact of Earth's cultural outreach was undeniable. many council members began to reconsider their positions, touched by the genuine spirit humanity displayed. The shadows of exile began to fade, replaced by the warm glow of possibility. Humanity was no longer an enigma to fear. They were a story worth listening to. As Earth's cultural waves spread across the galaxy, another quiet revolution was unfolding behind the scenes, one of alliances formed not from power or obligation, but from shared curiosity and mutual respect. The Galactic Council was a complex tapestry of civilizations, many of which had lived in relative isolation or overlooked smaller species deemed insignificant by the larger powers. Humanity's outreach, however, reached these overlooked corners and sparked something unexpected. On a lush moon called Velari, home to the gentle Velari, an amphibious species known for their profound environmental knowledge but little political influence, Earth's emissaries found eager partners. The Velari had long struggled to preserve their wetlands, rich in biodiversity but vulnerable to expanding industrial projects by larger neighbors. Human engineers and Velari ecologists worked side by side, combining Earth's restoration technologies with Velari's intimate understanding of their ecosystems. Together, they developed sustainable management systems that not only preserved but enhanced the wetlands' natural cycles. This cooperative project became a model of harmony between species and technology. Word of Velari-Earth collaboration traveled fast, inspiring smaller civilizations across the galaxy to reach out. In the crystalline caverns of Serek, a tiny mining colony, humans partnered with the Serikans to develop energy-efficient extraction methods that minimized ecological disruption. On the floating cities of Yathra, artists from Earth and Yathran weavers created vibrant tapestries, blending ancient motifs with new visual technologies. These alliances were more than practical cooperation. They were demonstrations of what could be achieved when diversity was celebrated rather than feared. Smaller species, often overshadowed in council debates, found new voices and influence through their partnerships with humanity. Within the Galactic Council, reactions to these developments were mixed but shifting. Some traditional powers felt unsettled by the rising influence of these minor species, now empowered and united through collaboration with Earth. Yet others admired the ingenuity and inclusiveness of the approach. Ambassador Sato frequently reminded the Council that strength came not from exclusion, but from embracing all members, regardless of size or status. "Our galaxy is not a hierarchy," she said in one impassioned speech. "It is a community. When we uplift each other, we all rise." Back on Earth, the public followed these partnerships with fascination and pride. News broadcasts highlighted stories of joint projects, showcasing how even the smallest civilizations could contribute to the galaxy's future when given respect and opportunity. This spirit of inclusion became a powerful counterpoint to fears of human unpredictability. It showed that humanity's vision was not of domination, but of a galaxy thriving through cooperation, creativity, and respect. As the Galactic Council's second vote approached, these unexpected partnerships were quietly reshaping opinions. The alliances served as living proof that Earth's influence was a force for unity, inspiring even the most skeptical members to reconsider their stance. For humanity, it was a reminder that sometimes the most profound power lay not in commanding fleets or technologies, but in building genuine connections. The galaxy was learning that humans didn't just want to belong. They wanted to lift everyone up with them. The collaborative projects unfolding across the galaxy sparked fresh excitement, but humanity knew that to truly secure its place, it needed to demonstrate forward-thinking innovation that could benefit every species. The challenge was clear: to create something practical, adaptable, and inspiring. Something that would show Earth's commitment not just to itself, but to the whole cosmic community. This vision gave birth to the Living Habitat Initiative. Conceived by a coalition of Earth's top engineers, architects, and biologists, the initiative aimed to design modular, self-sustaining habitats that could adapt to the unique environments of any planet or moon. These habitats were unlike anything the galaxy had seen before: dynamic structures that could grow, evolve, and heal themselves using integrated biotechnology. On Earth, prototype habitats were tested in extreme environments, from the icy wastes of Antarctica to the scorching deserts of the Southwest. Each module incorporated solar fusion panels, water recycling systems, and living walls of plants engineered to purify air and regulate temperature naturally. But what made these habitats truly extraordinary was their ability to adjust autonomously, responding to weather, energy demands, and even the moods of their occupants through advanced biofeedback systems. When presented to the Galactic Council, the project ignited a wave of enthusiasm. Many species faced harsh conditions on their homeworlds or struggling colonies and saw in these habitats a promising solution that could preserve ecosystems and improve quality of life without costly or destructive terraforming. Beyond the technology, the Living Habitat Initiative symbolized a new philosophy, that progress should enhance life holistically, respecting both nature and culture. It echoed Earth's earlier efforts to balance rapid innovation with sustainability, a hard-won lesson that many civilizations admired. Across the galaxy, the habitats began to be adopted by diverse species. On a desert moon orbiting a gas giant, the modules transformed barren rock into thriving oases. On a watery world where cities floated above the surface, the habitats integrated seamlessly with local traditions, blending old wisdom with new possibilities. Even species previously wary of Earth's ambitions found themselves drawn to the initiative. The Council's chambers buzzed with discussions about expanding the project, incorporating alien flora and architectural styles, and using the habitats as centers for education and cultural exchange. Ambassador Lena Sato highlighted the deeper meaning behind the innovation during a council address. The Living Habitat Initiative is more than a technology. It is a promise that no matter where we come from, we all deserve places to grow, to connect, and to thrive. Together, we can build a future where every world flourishes on its own terms. As the habitats spread, so too did a sense of optimism. Earth's reputation shifted once again, from a wild card to a visionary partner offering practical solutions grounded in empathy and respect. The Council's upcoming vote loomed closer, but the momentum was now unmistakably in humanity's favor. Through innovation that embraced life itself, Earth had shown it could be a catalyst for positive change, not a source of fear. In the quiet moments before the vote, Lena and her team reflected on the journey so far. What had begun as a desperate bid to avoid exile was becoming a testament to humanity's resilience, creativity, and unyielding belief in collaboration. The galaxy was watching, and Earth was ready to lead. The Galactic Council chamber was abuzz with anticipation as the day of the second vote approached. The atmosphere was unlike the tense silence of the first session. This time, a cautious hope fluttered among many representatives. Over months, humanity's relentless efforts, through knowledge sharing, cultural exchange, innovative technology, and unexpected alliances, had shifted perceptions. The shadows of exile no longer seemed inevitable. Ambassador Lena Sato stood once more before the Council, ready to present humanity's final appeal. Yet it was clear that this time, the voices speaking on Earth's behalf were not just human. Several allied species, those who had witnessed firsthand the transformation sparked by Earth's initiatives, stepped forward to add their endorsements. From the planet Villari, the Villari leaders shared stories of their flourishing wetlands, saved and nurtured by Earth's partnership. From the deserts of Terrace, a representative spoke of how shared technology had brought life-giving water to parched lands. From distant Lyra Prime, the Lyrians described a planet reborn, no longer a victim of environmental collapse, but a vibrant world, thriving thanks to the Lightbridge Project. Each testimony was a thread in a tapestry that wove humanity into the galaxy's future. The Council's Great Hall, once filled with suspicion, now echoed with voices of gratitude and shared vision. Lena's speech was both humble and inspiring. We came before you not to demand a place, but to earn one, through actions, by listening, learning, and building together. Earth is not perfect. We stumble, we grow, but we do so with open hearts and hands extended. We ask not for favor, but for partnership. Outside the chamber, millions of eyes across Earth and beyond watched live transmissions. The planet held its breath, for this vote was more than a political decision. It was a judgment on whether a species could redefine itself, breaking free from old fears and embracing a wider family among the stars. When the final tally began, it was clear the tide had turned. Votes in favor of exile shrank as the voices supporting Earth grew louder and stronger. Many council members, moved by the tangible evidence of humanity's goodwill and ingenuity, chose inclusion over isolation. As the result was announced, a wave of relief and celebration rippled across Earth and the galaxy alike. Earth would remain within the Galactic Council, not as a suspect, but as a valued member. Yet, Lina reminded everyone that this was only the beginning. The vote is a milestone, not a destination. Our work to build bridges, to foster understanding, must continue, every day, in every system. This new chapter opened with a promise. Humanity would continue to lead by example, proving that even a species once cast out could rise through empathy, innovation, and connection. The Lightbridge fleet, once a symbol of desperate hope, had become a beacon of unity. Across countless worlds, the story of Earth's journey inspired others to seek collaboration over conflict, creativity over fear. As celebrations echoed through city streets and spaceports alike, Ambassador Sato looked up at the stars. A vast universe stretched before them, full of mysteries, challenges, and endless possibility. Earth was no longer alone. It was part of something greater, and the future was theirs to shape. With the Galactic Council's vote finally behind them, Earth's future among the stars was secure. The weight of potential exile lifted, replaced by a profound sense of possibility and purpose. But the journey that had brought humanity here was not just about survival. It was about transformation, and a new beginning for all. In the months that followed, Earth embraced its role as a vibrant and active member of the galactic community. The Lightbridge fleet evolved from a symbol of defiance to one of inspiration, expanding its missions to deepen connections across star systems. Emissaries traveled not only to share technology and culture, but to listen and learn, cultivating a rich network of shared knowledge. One of the most celebrated initiatives was the Galactic Exchange Program, an unprecedented effort to encourage young minds from Earth and alien worlds to study and collaborate together. Students, scientists, artists, and dreamers moved freely across planets, sparking innovations and friendships that bridged species and cultures. On Earth, cities buzzed with new energy. Spaceports thrived as gateways to the wider galaxy, while museums and theaters filled with alien visitors eager to experience Earth's stories firsthand. The planet's diverse cultures were celebrated more than ever, seen as a source of strength and inspiration. Back on the Galactic Council, humanity's voice grew respected and influential. But rather than dominating debates, Earth's representatives championed collaboration, advocating for policies that respected diversity, sustainability, and shared progress. Their presence reminded the Council that strength came from unity, not division. Meanwhile, the lessons learned during Earth's ordeal echoed across the galaxy. Many civilizations reconsidered how they judged others, reminding themselves that fear of the unknown could only be overcome through openness and empathy. For Ambassador Lina Sato, the transformation was deeply personal. What had begun as a mission to prevent exile had blossomed into a lifelong dedication to building bridges between species, ideas, and dreams. Standing on the observation deck of the flagship Harmony, she watched the stars gleam with possibility. Each twinkle was a reminder of countless worlds, each with their own stories, challenges, and hopes. The galaxy is a vast place, she reflected. But it's not so vast that we can't find common ground. Our differences are not obstacles, they're opportunities. Earth's journey had proven that even when faced with doubt and rejection, a species could rise through understanding, kindness, and creativity. It was a message that resonated far beyond politics or technology. It was a testament to the very best of what it meant to be human. As new ambassadors prepared to depart, carrying Earth's hopes and gifts to distant worlds, a quiet promise filled the air. This was only the beginning of a grand adventure. Together, the galaxy and humanity would explore the unknown, learn from each other, and build a future brighter than anyone had imagined. Under the light of countless stars, a new dawn was rising, not just for Earth, but for all who dared to dream beyond the horizon.